Hey there.
Yeah. It's off for the money about come my way. Go.
Obi Antone Coalition.
Wait.
Obi Antone Coalition. Yeah, be Obi Antone Coalition.
What else?
Corde.
Huh?
Obi Antone Coalition.
Wait.
Obi Antone Coalition.
Aba.
Obi Antone Coalition. Corde.
Things to discuss. It's day 109. So when did I start this? That's a great question. Ha! Okay, it's day 109. I started June 4th. Okay. I'm gonna talk about my hair now as I do the rest of my makeup, okay? Number one, water is so important. Like, your diet is important in general. Sugars, salts, you gotta like cut back on that stuff. But water is so important for the production of sebum and the flow of your sebum. You can massage your scalp all you want and that will stimulate your scalp and help it to produce the sebum. But if you're not drinking enough water, your sebum is going to stay right at the scalp and maybe travel a little bit down. You're gonna have to use super hot water to melt it down, or you're going to have to clarify your hair very often to cut the sebum, or use oil very often to cut the sebum, which is what I was doing. And it was working. It really was, and it was great. But all of those things were kind of unnecessary. So water is super important. Like, you gotta have it. You gotta drink it. You need to drink at least half your body weight. That's what articles are saying. Scritching is so important. And you know, I think I overlooked it because I was just like, I don't want to like ruin my scalp or scratch too hard because I'm kind of heavy-handed, all the things. I have been slacking on that and I should stop. You use your nails, okay? But you don't scratch like, there's an itch, I gotta get it. You just lightly go like that to release dirt, sebum buildup. That's what you do. And I did that thoroughly for the first time in a long time this morning before I hopped in the shower and when I got into the shower, because I realized when I was in the shower and I was like, you know, splitting the twists to make them smaller, in this pocket of hair, there was a buildup, like a tiny bit of buildup. And when I was running the hot water through, I had to like scritch. And when I was doing that, the sebum became like liquefied. And I was so surprised. Like, I was like, whoa, I had been doing this wrong, like the whole time. That's great. If I don't drink enough water, whatever, or even if you do, sometimes your sebum is just waxy. Sometimes it just is. I produce a lot of sebum. And if I don't scritch every day, even if I don't wet my hair, if I don't scritch every day and try to like move the sebum off of my scalp so that it can travel more freely down my hair, my fine strands are going to get weighed down and I'm going to have breakage. I'm going to. Very interesting. So my hair grows the fastest on the sides and this weird section in the back. That's also where I find the most production of sebum. So get this. So I was rinsing my hair and there was a portion here that I started to, you know, I scritched and stuff. And then I put that section underneath the hot water and it started to mat up. Under the hot water, it started to tangle. And I could feel that it was like kind of hard, my hair. And so I was like, whoa, is that like a buildup of sebum? Like there's too much? And I had felt this numerous times before on my hair. And I always thought that it was just a weird reaction to like the water. The case was that there was a buildup of sebum and the hot water wasn't doing anything about it because that place was already sealed. So it wasn't really being penetrated by the water and it was kind of making matters worse. So I was like, let me grab my apple cider vinegar water and just see what happens. And I just dripped a little bit on that section, melted. Like, melted. And I was like, so that's sebum. It made me realize that there are certain sections of my hair that produce a lot of sebum. And if I don't manage those sections, I'm going to lose hair in those sections, which has happened numerous times. And now I know why. The last thing I want to talk about is the hydration for your ends. Something I've learned is to not over concentrate the sebum on my ends, but also to make sure that there is adequate distribution. You can tell when you're in the shower which parts of your hair have sebum and which parts don't. And especially for the ends, I realized some of them, like I would get down to twisting and the ends would be like kind of like scraggly. Like I would take the strand before I completely twisted it and I would just put it right onto my scalp to get that sebum on the ends, and then it would just curl up as if I had just done the lock method on my ends. So it's really incredible. Honestly, sebum is amazing. It's incredible. And once you know how to deal with it, like you're set. So those are just some things that I noticed on day 109 of this journey. I love it. I honestly do. I'm just now really working towards growing out my hair the right way, in a healthy way. Yeah, look out for the next video. Thanks. Bye. Never thought that I'd be here. Thank you. Thank you. Moving on. I need to write down what I need to say. So far, the twists have been great. I did notice that my hair was breaking just a little bit at the ends because they was dry. Why was they dry? Because that bum bum wasn't going all the way down to the ends. Why wasn't it going all the way down to the ends? Because I wasn't scratching like I was supposed to be. Ooh, look at that shine. This ain't no oils. This that sebum. Look at that. Ooh, look at that shine. Okay, back to what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah. It's all for the money about come on my way.